Hi, this is Jill from KnitSisu with the malabrigo knit along, the Barnstable Shawl. And let's talk about mosaic basics. So mosaics are slip stitches, and we'll go over the slip stitches that actually elongate over the row that you're working on. So you can see right here, like this blue stitch, we have a green, 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 green. This is a green, right side, wrong side row here. And that blue is elongated over it. And that's what can give you kind of these, what looks like moving stitches, or it is a type of color work, but you don't use two colors at one time. You only use one color at a time. So it's a lot of fun. And this is how you do it. So I just finished a green row right here, a contrast color, and I'm about to use my main color. So what I want to kind of keep in mind is when I slip a green stitch, it's going to be more pronounced as it's going to elongate over the color that I'm using. So I'll do my knit front and back, and I'm not going to follow the pattern here. I'm just going to show kind of the basics of it. But I do recommend that you, if you haven't done mosaic before, to do a little swatch, just like I have a small swatch here, and follow the chart in the pattern of just that 1 18 stitch repeat to see how it goes. So if I want to slip this stitch, every single slip stitch in the whole piece is slipped purlwise. We are not going to slip knitwise because that will twist the stitch, and we don't want to do that. We want to keep the stitch in its normal position. So we're going to put the needle in as if to purl and move it over. So we're not working the stitch, we're not knitting or purling it. We are just slipping it from one needle to the next. And then we're going to continue on. And in this pattern, we have only one slipped stitch at a time. So you're not going to see like 1, 2, 3. You're not going to see that in this pattern. Everything is slipped just one stitch at a time. And when you do that, again, you elongate the green up into the blue row, and you get a little bit of a float on the wrong side. It's not very noticeable. It actually adds kind of a nice dimension to the wrong side of the pattern. But what you want to make sure that you're aware of is when you slip that stitch and you go to knit the next one, the working yarn is still attached to this stitch right here. So when we go to knit the next stitch, I'm elongating my float so you can see it. We really don't want to pull tight, because if you pull tight, look what happens. It really kind of strangles the tension of the stitches around it. So we want to keep kind of a loose open tension as we do our slip stitches. Not so loose that your floats become wobbly in the back. There's a happy medium, but you want to maintain a nice tension that's not too tight and not too loose. So as you get to your wrong side, you can see here, and you finish the row, and again, I'm not following the pattern, I'm just doing a slip knit to show the basics of the stitch, or the basics of the technique. You can see the stitches that have been worked will be matching your color, your working yarn color, and the stitches that have been slipped will be the previous row color. So when you go back, depending on the pattern, and in this case, it's wonderful that the stitches line up with exactly what you're working. So what that means is I have a blue stitch here on my left needle, so I'm going to knit blue. I have a green, so I'm going to continue to slip the green. Remember to bring the yarn to the front, slip purlwise, bring the yarn to the back, knit same color, slip opposite color, knit same color, slip opposite color, like that. And you're going to follow in that pattern across your wrong side. So you actually don't even need like the paper. You don't even need the pattern on your wrong side because you're following what stitches are on your left needle. They will tell you what to do. And then on the row after this, you'll pull up your contrast color. So we're going to alternate each color for each right side row. So in this case, I will use my green, and the pattern will tell you which stitches you're going to slip and which stitches you're going to knit. There are, in the whole pattern, every slip stitch will only be slipped a right side and a wrong side row. It will never be slipped, the same stitch will never be slipped for multiple rows, like 3, 4 rows going up. It will always be what I call worked or closed in the next right side row.